Welcome to 3 Lanes number 32. I was supposed to say greetings at the beginning. Man, I forgot. Okay. Uh 3 Lanes 32. In this episode, I would like to talk about something that I've been curious about for a long time, and it's the cost in the watch industry, or like a cost breakdown of random watch. But it's not a specific brand because I don't have that kind of information. Some companies, public companies, you might be able to get some information. um, they might share it, they might make it public, but not everything in detail. Like the managerial accounting, that's not gonna be out for everybody to discuss. So I got some information, online, either watch movement, average pricing, uh, either quartz, automatic, the manufacturing of a watch case, um, stainless steel, titanium, um, some considerations in manufacturing of hands, dials. Uh, let's see, considerations rare materials. If you're interested in that, some of those dials, some of the challenges, and some of the white label manufacturing. If you don't know what that is, we'll get into that. Some of the labor costs, manufacturing costs. So basically, we will be touching on everything that is cost of sales, not expenses. I think expenses, I'll make it its own episode next time. So 33 might be expenses. And this time I'm just going to go over costs, manufacturing costs. So the watch industry operates on complex cost structures that it can vary significantly based on quality levels, materials, manufacturing locations. It's a very complex supply chain. These detailed analysis will provide us or give us an idea on pricing and information across major watch components. There's always going to be something different from brand to brand. So we go from movements, like I mentioned, to rare materials. Uh, offering We'll be offering insights into both manufacturing costs and white label opportunities. Like I said, if you don't know what that is, we'll get into that. So watch movement costs and pricing. So watch movements represent the heart of our watches, as you may know. A lot of people just focus on the movement, and everything else can be secondary. The cost can vary dramatically based on movement type and quality level. So, for example, we have a quartz movement pricing. The basic quartz movements range from $5 to $30 for standard quality units. More specific pricing shows standard Chinese quartz movements, right? So these are like in bulk, mass produced, $5 $30. Japanese, like the VJ52 quartz movement, $2.15 per unit. The Swiss ETA quartz movements, those are obviously pricier, like from 49 to 50 something dollars, 4 or 5 jewel versions. This is some information that I've been able to find in different websites, and one of them, believe it or not, it's eBay. So you can find actual movements on eBay. Automatic mechanical movement costs. Automatic movement command significantly higher prices due to their complexity, and a basic automatic movement can be from $30 to $100. Chinese NH35 movements, approximately $27. The Swiss ETA 2824-2 can be from $359 to $369. And the premium Swiss ETA, the Valjoux 7750 chronographs are like $532 and up. So just the movement, it's $532. Okay, so next time you see a Valjoux movement, don't get upset, because it's not a $500 watch, right? Because they weren't making any money. The movement cost represents substantial differences between quartz and mechanical options. with mechanical movements often costing 3 to 10 times more than comparable quartz units. Watch case manufacturing costs. Case manufacturing represents a significant portion of watch production. That's one of the differentiators of every brand, right? With pricing heavily dependent on materials and production quality, a stainless steel case, 316L stainless steel, uh, it shows a wide range of prices based on quality and customization. Basic mass production, it's from 15 cents to $2.26 $2.26 per piece. Mid-range quality from $5 to $15 per piece. High precision CNC machine, which I'm assuming that's what you would appreciate. Um, at least that, right, as a customer, from $1.10 to $5.40 per piece. And premium finished cases, which everybody wants, but nobody wants to pay for, it's $55 to $61 per piece. This is a machine, right? So I don't, if there's details done by hand or, any hand polish or any other type of transformation that's done by hand, it's gonna be obviously more costly. That's where variances can go from brand to brand. Titanium cases. These supposedly are premium pricing due to material costs and machining complexity. The basic titanium cases can be from $1 to $3 per piece. The Swiss-made titanium cases for premium quality, it's $230. And the material itself is approximately 40% lighter than steel, but requires specialized equipment and expertise. So, as you may know, and as you might have heard from everybody else that talks about this, titanium is not easy to machine. Manufacturing considerations. Chinese manufacturers offer significant cost advantages with minimum order quantities, typically 100 to 500 pieces compared to 1,000 plus units required by European manufacturers. So just there, right, you need to spend quite a bit of money and you need to commit a good amount of pieces to be made. Production capacity can scale from 10,000 to 100,000 units monthly. And if you don't have a market, if you're just starting, that's tough, right? But options are there. Dial and hands manufacturing cost. Dial and hands pricing can vary considerably based on materials complexity and finishing quality. So a standard dial pricing, I don't know what we could consider a standard dial. Maybe something matte, a matte black dial, right? Maybe. Basic dial cost range significantly from simple dials from $8 to $10. Then we have standard watch dials from $10 to $50. Custom dial services from $30 and up for basic customization. I don't know what that entails. I didn't go into it. But there's manufacturers that do that, right? Like it could be textured, it could be patterns, anything like that. Next one, premium custom dials. It's $60 and up. And there's websites for this where you can go and find stuff like this. So there's people that already offer this online. So one example is dialmaker.shop. I have not bought from them. I do not intend to buy from them, but that's one of the kind of like white label people, right? They just make the dials according to your needs. They have some patterns already made, and I don't know if they just put the logo, stuff like that, but that's one of the websites that you can consult if you're interested in making your own watch. Watch hands pricing. Handsets, they show consistent pricing across suppliers. So basic hands, it could be from as low as 10 cents or $2 per set. 100-piece minimum orders, right? So you need to spend some money there. So absorb the cost at the beginning. Premium hands from $4 to $20 per set. Complete DIY sets approximately $5. There's YouTube videos about that. Yes, so you can go check that out. But the last two prices are from manufacturers in China, right? So this is not German blued hands. This is just like very basic stuff from Chinese manufacturers. So this is the lowest price that you'll be able to find. Custom hand manufacturing from $60 to $135 for 50 to 100 pairs. And this from Autofray, a famous website. If you are into watches, you should check them out because they supply stuff for jewelers. And yeah, if you're interested in making your own watch, you can go pay them a visit. Rare material and gemstone dial pricing. Exotic materials obviously command premium pricing, but add significant value differentiation to timepieces. Gemstone dial costs. Natural stone dials require specialized manufacturing processes. For example, basic gemstone dials. And yeah, you can buy these from Alibaba, by the way. So again, we're talking about lowest of the lowest on pricing, something that you can find on any website like Alibaba or Chinese manufacturers. These are the prices that you're going to find. Malachite dials from $16.50 to $18.80. And it's $100 minimum. Then, like for example, we have a lapis lazuli dial. It could be from $13 to $60 per piece. Mother of pearl dials. Don't think this is something that you're gonna find in a premium brand, but it can be from 20 cents to $20 depending on what you want. Premium stone dials for luxury applications, $160 to $200. Material procurement challenges. The procurement of rare materials involves significant complexities and cost factors. Raw material cost versus processing cost. Well, the raw material like malachite might cost under $200 for 1,000 watch dials worth of material. Bringing per unit cost below to 20 cents, by the way. The manufacturing process is expensive. Creating thin, uniform dial blanks from brittle stones requires specialized cutting equipment, high skill levels to minimize breakage, quality control for visual consistency, significant waste due to material brittleness. So it's not like they can consistently make them without making mistakes, right? Quality control factors. Stone dials are expensive to produce because not every piece of stone will be visually good enough. When you're dealing with stuff like how can I, what are the words that I'm looking for? Stuff that's not human control, right? Like how stones are made. That's controlled by nature, how the environment acts on that rock and all that stuff. So not every slice of that rock is going to be according to what you want. Let's put it that way. And there's no way to tell until you've already sliced it into, and you've done some work on it till you know how that will look. This uncertainty adds substantial cost to the manufacturing process. That's the point that I wanted to make across. Okay, white label and private label manufacturing. So white label manufacturing offers opportunities for brand development with controlled costs and risk. So white label manufacturing is basically a manufacturer that makes a standard case, dial, hands, everything, right? Like they might have like 3 or 4 options, and then you just slap the name of your brand on it. But the options are already not chosen for you, but the amount of creativity that you have on the manufacturing process is less. And you're limited to the options they offer. So it's not you want to go wild. No, that's not white label manufacturing. So the manufacturing options, the industry offers several approaches: ODM, which is original design manufacturing. They modify existing designs with small customizations, right? So they own the design and they uh, they make the product. In OEM, original equipment manufacturing, complete custom design from scratch. This could be also called CM, like contract manufacturing. So it's a manufacturer that you contract to make this stuff for you. You're obviously not going to machine it, but you have more control of the design. And then white label, purchase completed products made to custom specifications. So technically, white label manufacturing, and if you Google the definition, is this. White label manufacturing is a business model where a manufacturer produces generic, unbranded products that other companies can purchase, customize with their own branding, and sell under their own brand name. So there you go. It's not like you have a lot of say there. You can buy from them if you want. If not, you can go make your own, either ODM or CM. Complete watch assembly costs. So let's do a breakdown for a minimalist quartz watch. And remember, this is the lowest of the low prices. So don't go asking freaking Grand Seiko for prices like this, because that's not how it works. Plus, there's more expenses behind this that we're not looking at today. So a breakdown of a quartz watch minimalist 316L stainless steel case. Let's say $6.13. Japan VJ52 quartz movement. Sorry, $2.15. Mineral crystal glass 71 cents. Watch dial $2.05. Watch hands 82 cents. Genuine leather band $3.30. I don't know from where, but maybe Amazon. Assembly $1.12. I don't know who would be assembling this, but if you're assembling it at home, pretend you're paying yourself $1.12 for a watch assembled. So total manufacturing cost comes to $16.28. How realistic would be to get this price? I don't know, but this is just the numbers. This is just the math. Okay. Labor cost and manufacturing considerations. Labor represents a significant component of watch manufacturing costs with dramatic regional variations. So let's do some labor cost comparisons. And this is not completely up to date, but for example, we have China. It's $2.01 per hour in 2012. So this is very old data. This was expected to reach $5.02 by 2020, which is probably even higher now. The US $35.07 per hour. 70 cents, sorry. Germany $45 per hour. France $39 per hour. This is data from a study that Columbia University. Let's see. I don't want to get into watchmaking labor wages because I really don't understand how much they get paid, so I don't want to get into that. Some additional cost factors that you can find with material price volatility, depending on steel, copper, stuff like that, whatever your dial that you're using. And some of the quality considerations. Manufacturing quality varies significantly with price points. And the industry operates on the principle that products chosen should regularly retail at 5 or 6 times the manufacturing price. And we will look into that next time. So this indicates that the typical markup, it's 500 to 600% of a watch. The data reveals that while raw materials may be relatively inexpensive, the specialized manufacturing process, quality control requirements, and skilled labor needed for watch production create a substantial value-added cost through the supply chain. Understanding this cost, it's been something that been wanting to do for a while. And I think it's essential to see, like, if you're really interested in this stuff and if you're someone that complains all the time, I hope this helps you out to just to see, visualize some of the prices. It doesn't give you the whole picture, but it gives you some information to start from. Not all the watches are created equal, as you may know. Some movements are more intricate than others. Some cases are more intricate than others. The materials are different. So consider all this for watch manufacturing, and next time you're looking at a watch, you're considering all these things, right? Because not all the watches are bad. Not all the watches are the best, obviously, but depending on the brand and depending their financial means, they might be using some of these techniques that we spoke about today. Yeah, just I hope this helped you as much as kind of helped me to understand better the manufacturing cost, sales costs for a watch brand. We'll look into the expenses that a watch has, that a watch brand has. Next time, it's all the expenses that are not related to manufacturing the watch. So I'll leave you with that in mind. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you listening. Thanks a lot. See you next week.